While eating, Ran noticed something strange by chance. It was just an ordinary river, but in the blink of an eye, a large patch of red stuff surged in the river. Screams broke out from the crowd right after, for a woman's figure was floating in the blood-red water. At the sight of this, Kagoro sobered up instantly and jumped into the river at once to save her, but after pulling the woman to the bank, Yuko was already breathless. Police investigation found that Yuko died from a heavy blow to the back of her head. The red stuff floating with the body was just an aquatic plant called Azala pinnata. Takagi even found Yuko's selfie stick and phone by the water wheel upstream. Investigation showed that the last photo on the phone was Yuko's selfie with the water wheel. From this, Megure judged that Yuko must have accidentally fallen off while taking photos here, hitting the back of her head on the riverbed stones, and unfortunately drowned as a result. But just then, Conan suddenly noticed something. There were still some tiny scratches on the woman's arm. He glanced at the photo, then rushed to the water wheel hut at the crime scene at once because he clearly remembered what the restaurant waiter had said while eating. On the surface, this is a water wheel hut, but it has been abandoned for a long time and has long been turned into the restaurant's cold storage room. While Conan was investigating, Takagi found that both of Yuko's friends had left the restaurant at the time of the crime. Faced with the police's questioning, Yuri said she had gone to the convenience store to buy a memory card and had a receipt to prove it. Maria told Takagi that she only left the restaurant to get her charging cable and even met the restaurant's chef on the way. In other words, both of them had flawless alibis. And when the crowd found the body, both Yuri and Maria were staying with Kagoro and his family. The case reached a dead end. Fortunately, Conan found new clues. The water wheel, which had long been abandoned, suddenly started spinning for no reason, and there were many shards left on the ice block not far away. Conan then went outside the water wheel to investigate, but he tripped and fell after just 2 steps. A sharp pain came from his arm. It turned out there were many thorny wild roses nearby, and not far behind the rose bushes, there was a pond whose surface was covered with a lot of Azala pinnata. Seeing this, Conan seemed to understand something. He then found that there were 2 strange marks on the grass from the hut to the pond. Looking at all the clues at the scene, Conan suddenly figured out everything, so he hurried back to the restaurant at once. Just then, Megure was about to close the case as an accident. Seeing this, Conan immediately shot a dart at Kagoro. Time's up, everyone. This was never an accident, but a carefully planned murder case. If Yuko had really drowned, her selfie stick should have fallen into the river too. This proves that the killer must be someone Yuko knew, who first texted Yuko to meet her alone outside. The reason was supposedly to take a selfie near the water wheel. After Yuko finished taking the photos, the killer led her into the water wheel hut and then hit the back of her head with a block of ice. The key evidence is the shards left on the ground. They must have fallen off during the attack. After cleaning up the crime scene, the killer used a handcart to move the body to the pond and then threw the body into the river. Finally, he went back to the water wheel. He left Yuko's selfie stick there, creating the illusion of accidental drowning. After hearing Conan's reasoning, police officer Megure felt something was wrong. If the killer had done it this way, the body would have floated to the crowd quickly, but at the time of the crime, both suspects were with Kagoro and his family.